Yeah. So I just got back from my son's robotic competition. They did not win, but that's okay because I am so freaking proud of them. Like, y'all don't even understand. But I'm making this video because, right? So at the end of the thing, the way that the playoffs, the way that the playoffs work, what y'all be doing to make y'all little twig stay down? Because I be keeping putting goddamn fucking clips on it. They just won't listen. But anyways, so look, right, this was the message that I got during or at the end of this match, right? So as I'm sitting there, my sister had to go to work, so it's just me that's supporting my son Few. Everybody else is watching live, and the young lady, he and his team climbed from number 14 all the way to number 9. It was 8, but then another team pushed them out of that spot and pushed them to number 9. But they still made it to the top teams to compete. It was the top 23. I think they started with like 29 teams, and it they kicked out 6, and then the 23, out of the 23, 6, the top 6 of those got to pick who they wanted their teammates to be. So they got to pick out of the rest of 20, the rest of the remaining teams of that top 23, or they could just pick one of the top 6. So the way that it worked was, because they were number 9, if the team 1, for example, chose to team up with team 2, then that second spot team would be vacant, and team 3 will slide up to that second spot, and team 4 slide up to 3, and so on and so forth. So that's what happened, and they end up getting into that last spot. It happened 3 times, and they slid up into that last position, a 6th position, to make it through the playoffs, right? Clearing the board for the rest of the people, and a lot of teams was pissed off, right? So they get up there and they're having their competition, and well, not of course, but they chose the other team that was named the Grizzlies. So they were the Tech Grizzlies. The other team was the Robo Grizzlies. But the losing team, the teammates were sitting next to me on the bench, and they didn't know that I was his auntie. So they were just sitting there talking shit as they were playing. So the first round they lost, but they got pushed to the 6th, the second round of the playoffs still. That's, they lost the second round. So the second round they got like demolished, right? It was it was bad. But the kids sitting next to me were cheering for them losing. When I tell you, like, they was like, oh, look at them, they ain't got no points, they robots. So there's a point where it's supposed to be, the robots are supposed to do things automatically without any remote control assistance. So it's 30 seconds of that, and then the last 2 minutes of the competition, of them competing against each other, they have to use the remote control to do a series of challenges. But the neither one of their team or the one that they chose to pair up with, the automatic pod was working, so they didn't get any points on that second pod. And the second team ended up like demolishing them. They ended up getting like 60 or 70 points before, in that 30 seconds of that automated time. So they had a lot of catching up to do. In the end, it ended up being like 25 to 131 or some shit. Blowout. But the teams, I was still so freaking proud of them. Again, they were the only elementary school to compete, and I am just amazing. But the kids were sitting next to me going, oh, look, they ain't got nothing. They ain't even moving. Yes, yes, cheering, happy as hell, right? So I'm laughing, and I ain't say nothing. Never got mad, because I'm like, this is just a beautiful and clear representation of life. Because motherfuckers will sit here and cheer for your downfall, not because you didn't work for what you got or you're getting or you're involved in, but simply because they didn't get it or they didn't earn it. And they sat there and they was sitting there like, yes, that's yeah. Oh, they only got first. It only showed because automatically they showed the points that they put on a bucket that they of the points they get from putting the blocks in a bucket. So at first it looked like they only had 25 or 15. And then when it tallied it up, it came to 25. So they was like, oh, they only got 15 and start laughing. Then the end, and they was like, oh, well, at least they got, they got 25. Oh, still a blowout, laughing. So I waited until they got through talking shit. My son few comes walking over to me, and they see he walks to me, and I'm like, I start laughing. I was like, I am so freaking proud of you. And the mother of the other Grizzly team is sitting right behind me, and then another mom is sitting next to me, and she was like, they did so freaking well. I was like, yes, I am so proud of them. And the girl is sitting next to me, the girl and her two friends that were talking shit, the two boys, they were red in the face, looking just quiet as hell. And I kind of like glanced over there, and I was like, I am very proud of them because they beat a lot of schools, a lot of high schools that have been doing this longer. They beat them out for this position. They didn't win. I wasn't actually expecting them to win because this was their first time actually trying robotics. It's the first time in this competition. And they don't get as much practice because they are an underfunded school. They actually just got their shirts, and that's crazy because this is that was their last competition, so they just got their damn shirts for the competition or whatever. But they were underfunded, undersupported, and they still made it. And I was so freaking proud of them. And when I said that, the lady, I was like, yeah, they beat out a lot of schools to be here. And the girl face just red. She just like, and I'm just like, yeah. So I'm really proud. She was like, you should be proud. You should be proud of him. Like, my child didn't even make it. I'm just still sitting here cheering for the rest of the teams because he wanted to see how this ended. Her son didn't even make it. He wasn't even one of the top 23s. And she was still cheering for the rest of the people. And I'm like, that is so freaking beautiful. And that's how it is in life sometimes. Sometimes you'll have people who will just celebrate your downfall, celebrate the fact that they think you did not win or succeed. But in the end, you win. Because in the end, my son Few and them won because not only did they beat them, but they were the only elementary school in this competition, and they did freaking amazing. You know what I mean? I am proud of them. But yeah, though, that was just something that I observed, and it really made me laugh, and I was like, I felt like I need to share it. But yeah, I hope you guys have had a beautiful Saturday. It was a long day for me. I'm about to get my ass in the shower and then get to work for a few hours and then go to sleep. But yeah, I just want to share that message with y'all. Peace.